Hey everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey. With me as always is Scribe. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
Also with me is the interrupting lovely SDA. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Together we make the Lords of the Night. And it's 9 o'clock, so it's time for us to talk. How you guys been? How was your day?
I'm good.
How'd your stream go?
It went well. We had the first episode of Baywatch today. If you guys missed it, that is up on my channel right now. It'll be up there until tomorrow. And then from there on out, you can just find it on the Baywatch channel. So yeah, it went well.
Oh, I need to get the link for that to throw it into the description.
The Baywatch channel?
Yeah.
All right, let me.
I have it. I'll get it.
Okay.
Dribbles, how was your day?
I didn't sleep well again last night, which wasn't fun, but I woke up really early and have been up since like 5 or 6 or so. But I've been productive. I got a video done and I got ads written, and yeah, there you go.
I was not productive at all. We'll get to that later. Real quick, just cutesy stuff. Grand Monkey went to Chuck E. Cheese for the first time.
Oh boy!
Aww. Oh, I'm also like
Yes.
4 chapters away from being done.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're 4 years old, and I would have said, of course.
Thought you were going to say you went to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
I've never been to a Chuck E. Cheese.
What?
Jesus
Oh.
Christ. Go back
Your
to
parents
Connecticut,
don't
you
like
commie.
Is that a Connecticut thing that you guys just don't have Chuck E. Cheese up there?
Yeah, it could be it too, yeah.
We have Chuck E. Cheese in Georgia.
Did they not let you in because your hands are so big? Afraid you were going to steal a child. Hide him in your palm.
I hope, you know what, Monkey? I hope you get dick pox.
Oh, that's not nice.
Oh, God.
Neither are you.
Oh.
I am perfectly nice.
Practically perfect in every way.
Anyway, guys, the top of the hour is when we do the news. So, Scribbles, what you got for us?
Well, at the top of the hour is also Monkey Dick, Jim Jones movies. And if you have not already, please hit the like button on the video. That's always helps our egos. Before we begin, just to get out of the way, because it's overflow from last night, I have 2 ads I have to read. One from Sanguine and one from W.R. Costin. Now, Sanguine, I hope you will forgive me, but since I totally screwed up on the previous one where I made Iron Age, Stone Age, you requested last night a Stone Age political thriller. I've made it an Iron Age political thriller to try to correct my mistake. So I hope you like this. And you might also appreciate, I hope, a little bit of the details. But here we go. There has been a break-in at the Roman governor's fortress. Agents of Boudica, queen of the Celtic tribes, were captured and are set to be hanged. Now, 2 Iron Age bards, Woodruff and Bernicius, must find the truth in order to put it into song and try to avert a war. Nominated for 8 Golden Anvils, Sanguine Productions brings you All the Queen's Celts.
Well played.
And then this is W.R. Costin's. Let's see. Are you tired of your old, morally questionable hominoids? Looking for truly sinister simians? Then come on down to W.R. Costin's Evil Primate Emporium. We've got big monkeys, small monkeys, great apes, and grape apes, and all of them are evil. Imported from the finest evil fortresses, including Snake Mountain and New Jersey. You won't find a finer selection of predatory primates. W.R. Costin's Evil Primate Emporium. We won't make a monkey out of you.
Oh, that was beautiful. From New Jersey.
Evil Fortress Snake Mountain in New Jersey. Anyway, there you go.
Alrighty, guys, that is something he does on his channel. It just didn't. We didn't really get time for it. So thank you for doing those for the fans. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Okay, so news-wise, let's get something else first.
Well, no, the only thing I was going to say is if you'd like to help me afford tokens, there's a little $ in the lower left corner of your chat box. SCA will have no idea what that means. You know they don't use tokens anymore at Chuck E. Cheese?
They don't?
They don't.
Okay, look, I've been other places that are similar. It's like a Chuck E. Cheese knockoff. But I've also been to like Dave and Buster's, so
okay.
like I've been places.
They use a little credit card
That's what Dave and Buster's used, but I think we have like a skating rink that's near my house, and we used to use coins like it was Chuck E. Cheese. And then like you got like you put in tokens, and then you got tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
So they have like so credit cards have come to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
Oh no. Are the creepy animatronic mice still there and things and band and all that?
Yeah, but little butt wouldn't get near it.
Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's, Joe.
She stayed way the hell away from the walking around Chuck E. Cheese too.
Oh god.
I was so afraid of characters in costumes, like those kinds of Chuck E. Cheese, like full outfit people as a kid.
One time I went to Toys R Us and there was they had a whole bunch of people in costumes for toys at the time, and there was a life-size He-Man guy walking around. I'm fuzzy on if he was in a costume, like he had like some kind of like fake mask on or something, or if it was just a guy actually dressed up like He-Man, because I was really young, but that was cool.
Sanguine, thank you so much. Connecticut commies aren't born; they're made in their late teens, early 20s.
Well, sounds about right.
Oh, she gave you the look. All righty.
Oh, the look. You've got the look. You've got the power. Oh, wait. That's a touch. But anyway, news that broke actually just a few minutes before stream time. Australian authorities arrest 4 in alleged airplane terrorist plot.
Ooh.
And there's not much right now because it just broke in the last little while. Authorities in Australia foiled a terrorist plot to bring down an airplane and arrested 4 men Saturday, Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull announced at a news conference Sunday in Sydney. Police said it was an Islamist-inspired plot, but they did not link the plan to a specific terrorist group. Oh, well, that makes it okay then.
Yeah.
Australian Federal Police Commissioner Andrew Colvin said officers became aware people in Sydney were allegedly planning to carry out a terrorist attack using an improvised device. The investigation is ongoing. It's a developing story. So I'll refresh it as the evening goes on, and if anything really exciting happens, I will update.
Okay, got another super chat. Thank you, Zenith. Did my voice make you sick last night, SDA?
No. It was Scribe's voice that made me sick. Don't worry.
It's that weird diet she eats with no real food.
Yeah, like Sour Patch Kids or whatever she was doing before the stream started.
But what are those? I know you said what are they called?
Sour Snakes or something.
No, it's... Damn it, just say it, woman. I'm not going to judge you for it. I like candy. God damn it.
Sour Punch straws. Why did Hunter Avalon just get timed out?
Who timed out Hunter? Mash.
Deleted by Mashisu. What?
What
Oh, it's because he said I looked dumb. Well, I said ew the second he got here. Like, it's just a thing we do. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You don't have to white knight for me. I can handle Hunter. It's okay. He's a little pussy.
Oh my god.
So what? Oh no. Are we going into that now?
She's gonna call him a puss. Anyway, what else do we have for news?
Well, truth be told, not a lot happened today, but I will read what I do have here. The only other thing was I think this effectively embodies the nail in the coffin of any more healthcare legislation.
Oh.
Because this is what was said today. Time to move on from healthcare, Senate GOP leader says. And I'm getting an echo. It's probably SDA's fault.
Maybe it's just your empty head.
Oh, shit.
She's like throwing shade at you tonight, man. What'd you do?
I don't know. Apparently I made her sick last night. And then wished her well this morning because that's totally the kind of guy I am.
You fucker.
I know. All right. The resounding Senate crash of the 7-year Republican drive. Yeah. What a drive it was. To scrap the Obama healthcare law has led to finger pointing, but has also left the party with wounded leaders and no evident way ahead on an issue that won't go away. In an astonishing cliffhanger, the GOP-run Senate voted 51-49 on Friday to reject Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's last-ditch attempt to sustain their drive to dismantle Barack Obama's healthcare overhaul with a starkly trimmed-down bill. Quote, they should have approved healthcare last night, Trump said Friday during a speech in Brentwood, New York. Quote, but you can't have everything, he added, seemingly shrugging off one of his biggest legislative setbacks. Trump reiterated his threat to, quote, let Obamacare implode, an outcome he could hasten by steps such as halting federal payments to help insurers reduce out-of-pocket costs. And the AP refreshed the page and screwed up where I was in the story. Thank you,
Good
AP.
job.
I love it when you do that. Where, and now I've lost my place. Okay. Senate Democrats were joined in opposition by 3 Republicans, Maine's Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, and Arizona's John McCain. The 80-year-old McCain, just diagnosed with brain cancer, had returned to the Capitol 3 days earlier to provide a vote that temporarily kept the measure alive, only to deliver the coup de grace on Friday. Quote, Republicans in the Senate will never win if they don't go to a 51-vote majority now. They look like fools and are just wasting time, Trump tweeted Saturday. He said the, quote, Republican Senate must get rid of 60 vote now. It is killing the Republican Party. But on the crucial vote, a simple majority of 51 votes, including a tiebreaker by Vice President Mike Pence, was all that was needed, because Trump doesn't know what he's talking about. Hello, he only needed 51 in the healthcare bill and couldn't do it, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, Democrat New York, helpfully reminded reporters. Okay. But the week's setbacks highlighted how, despite years of trying, GOP leaders haven't resolved internal battles between conservatives seeking to erase Obama's law and moderates leery of tossing millions of voters off of coverage. Quote, it's time to move on, McConnell said after the defeat. Friday morning, House leaders turned to singer Gordon Lightfoot to point fingers. What? They opened a House GOP meeting by playing The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, a ballad about the 1975 sinking of a freighter in Lake Superior.
Oh, dear God.
Lawmakers said leaders assured them it was meant as a reference to the Senate's flop. Wow. Okay. Anyway, it just goes on to sort of have everybody quoted as saying how awful things are. So, well, that's impressive.
Yeah, as we've talked about many times, they talked about how they had a plan in place forever. Trump being elected.
Yeah, they totally had such a genius plan. All they needed was a Republican president, and everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, it was bullshit. Good job. I'm actually curious to see next year's election, because this could be one of the biggest ass kickings in congressional history and all.
I think that
at least in my lifetime.
I mean, given past records as far as what happens in midterm elections, it'll either swing really hard in what would be expected to happen. You know, anybody who deals with politics and polling would tell you is that the Democrats are going to take over either the House or the Senate, maybe both. Probably not both, but maybe one or the other. But at this point, I think it could go either way, because, I mean, if there's anything that we haven't been good at predicting, it's everything since Donald Trump started running for office.
Here's what I think is going to happen. I think Democrats are going to come in and they're going to say, we need to fix Obamacare. And since it is a shit show and we know we're not getting rid of it, I think that's going to carry him to a sizable victory. The party that controls the White House usually loses the midterms unless something major happens, like 9/11.
Yeah. And that's And that's what I mean. Like, given because we talked about this, like, because I switched my major to political science, and one of the first things we talked about was we've been really good at predicting stuff, and then Donald Trump happened. So who the fuck knows? And it's interesting to hear a bunch of people whose jobs it is to literally research this shit be like, but we have no idea because Donald Trump. So I think it could go either way, genuinely. I guess it just depends on how many Bernie or Busters are willing to get out there and vote. Or
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Or how many people are disenfranchised on either side, because there might be Republicans that are still disenfranchised with the establishment and still really wanting to go vote. Or it might be a bunch of really upset people on the opposite side of things that are ready to go vote. I think it's so much harder to predict now that Trump is in the game. If that makes sense.
I don't think Trump is going to make a big difference with Congress. I really don't.
No.
Especially
considering. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll just see.
I think that the Democrats will pick up enough seats to have a majority in the House. They'll pick up another couple seats in the Senate, but I think it'll just be a closer match. Unless something crazy happens, I don't see it going completely one way on either side, because what have the Democrats offered in opposition except Trump's bad in the last 6 months?
Well, that's kind of why it's such a toss-up, I guess. But I'm actually going to keep you guys updated because most of my classes next semester are all political science classes. And I'm curious to see what all of my professors think about this, because part of political science is literally predicting outcomes. And like I said, ever since Trump started running, they've been really bad at it. I guess like the only way that you would really predict something accurately using mathematical models is to not do it in the Trump election, because I mean, it was pretty much like Trump's going to win everything and nobody was prepared for that. So I'm just going to be, it's interesting to see how many of my college professors are just like, I don't even know what to do, because I had a professor last semester who also taught research methods. And after Trump won, so I guess this would have been the semester before, sorry. Right after Trump won, he was like, it was weird to go to class because I teach research methods. And all of our polling, was wrong. Someone said, SDA, you should start making videos about the topics y'all discuss in class. I did make videos about my sociology classes. If you're interested in that, should be in the playlist tab. But it's just interesting to see, what the establishment stuff people say. I don't know.
Well, let's see. Aside from all that, not a whole heck of a lot has happened today that's like big headline news. It's kind of your usual Saturday, which isn't, like I say, not complaining per se. There's a lot of things that have happened that are like awful things. There was a suicide bombing in, I think it was Pakistan. There was another baby left in a hot car. There's a lot of horrible things happening. So trying to find things that aren't completely depressing is really it's a rough task on a daily basis. This is why I love MSS News so much. But a couple of headlines did jump out at me otherwise. So I have two whole potpourris for SDA. So which one do you want, SDA? We have Ohio Factory, or we have Polish Forest.
I thought I heard something about a dead baby. You said hot car, dead baby. What? I'm so confused.
No, I was
Is
listing
that not
off
one of my options?
No, because like I said, the stories I found were mostly depressing stories. I could go find that one if you want me to read about.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It's
okay. So we have Ohio Factory and Polish Forest.
Factory.
Okay. This Ohio factory owner says she has jobs, but few sober applicants. An Ohio factory owner said Saturday that though she has blue-collar jobs available at her company, she struggles to fill positions because so many candidates fail drug tests. Regina Mitchell, a co-owner of Warren Fabricating and Machining in Hubbard, Ohio, told the New York Times this week that 4 out of 10 applicants otherwise qualified to be welders, machinists, and crane operators will fail a routine drug test. Quote, I need employees who are engaged in their work while here, of sound mind and doing the best possible job they can, keeping their fellow coworkers safe at all times. We have a 150-ton crane in our machine shop, and we're moving 300,000 pounds of steel around in that building on a regular basis. So I cannot take the chance to have anyone impaired running that crane or working 40 feet in the air. Yeah, she doesn't have sober applicants.
Real quick, thank you, Biggest Mikey. Hey, Monk, found these reparations for you. I appreciate it. We were constantly shorthanded at Walmart, and for the most part, it was the drug testing that did it.
Yeah.
Lots of people passed their interviews and got to go for a drug test, and then we'd never see them again They never officially told us they failed the drug test, but you know.
Did you have any idea what drug was the most predominant?
Probably weed.
No.
Okay.
Probably,
that,
but yeah.
I don't know. Wouldn't
Yeah,
that
it
make
would trigger
sense?
the test.
I don't know.
I mean, that seems to be like the softest of the drugs, right? Or no?
It's the softest of the drugs, but it's not necessarily, depending on what part of the country you are, it's not necessarily the most popular.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're out on the left coast, methamphetamine is pretty widespread, depending on who you're talking to or which state you're in. But
Oh, I guess I just assumed that drug addicts would be consistent and safe, and that never mind. That was it. Okay.
you've never been a drug addict, apparently.
Who'd have thought?
Okay.
I'm convinced she's high all the time.
I'm not high all the time.
On Sour
I'm
Patch
way
Kids.
too grumpy for that. God damn it.
I won't argue with you there. Okay, speaking of grumpy,
Hi, Pat, will you beat up Scribe for me? He's being mean.
Pat won't beat me up. He'll just give me a hug.
No, he'll beat
Pat
you up
likes
for
me.
me.
I think Pat likes
Pat threatened to throw me out of a goddamn window.
You think Pat's going to white knight for you, SDA?
No, he's going to be a large black knight, actually.
Is he going to be the Black Knight from Monty Python? Because yeah, that'll be a fun time. You probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, that look says it all. Moving on. The TV reporter filming in Polish forest is attacked by loggers. This is just the headline I saw. I have no idea what's going on. Warsaw, Poland. Polish police say they have detained 2 men who attacked a television crew filming in a forest and injured a cameraman, smashing his camera and seizing his memory cards. The Białysławia Forest, one of Europe's last primeval woodlands and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is at the center of a heated political dispute over large-scale logging ordered by the country's conservative government. Environmentalists and the European Union vehemently oppose the logging. On Friday, the European Court of Justice ordered an immediate suspension of the logging in the forest, which is also protected under EU law. Police said the 2 men detained worked for a company involved in the logging. So were they poaching? Is that why? I don't know. That's where the article ends. So it's like, all right.
Maybe they were getting some Brokeback Mountain on. And people to know.
Oh, they're so accidentally filming Polish porn.
Somebody was out there getting wood.
Polish gay porn. Okay, well, is there anything we want to talk about that I just missed before we get to MSS News? Because that's kind of the big stuff I found today.
Nah, that sounds good to me.
Okay. Everybody in the chat, or Trat, as
Trat.
came up last night. Trat. If you have news stories you'd like us to take a look at, please send them to us via Twitter using the hashtag MSSNews. Can't promise we'll get to everything, but we'll definitely take a look. And let's move on to today's selection. What do we have? Okay. All right. This one comes from Skeptok. Woman calls 911 with boa constrictor wrapped around her neck.
That's why you don't fuck with snakes, people.
I know. Look at these pythons. A woman shocked 911 operators in Ohio, or back to Ohio. I wonder if she was not sober. When she called in to report she had a 5-foot-long snake wrapped around her neck. Quote, "I have a boa constrictor stuck to my face," the Sheffield Lake woman said on the call. She added the snake had latched onto her nose and she was unable to pry the mouth open. On the call, the dispatcher can be heard saying, "I've never heard of this before." The woman, whose name has not been released, I'm going to call her Snake Woman. Snake Woman was keeping the boa constrictor as a pet. She told the 911 operator she had rescued the snake the day before. Rescued from what? And that she also had 9 ball pythons. I don't know what a ball python is. When responders arrived, she was lying in her driveway with blood around her. She was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Good. Firefighters said they had to cut off the snake's head to detach the reptile from her face. Oh, boy. Well, at least it wasn't a poisonous snake, I guess. But damn. Yeah, if you're not trained in exotic animals or licensed in there, don't do it. Just saying.
Don't keep snakes in your house.
Yeah, unless they're like little garter snakes or something, and you have a big.
Well,
like,
ball
aquarium.
pythons are typically, that's like a common if you're gonna
Right.
like do a pet snake. That's a typical one, but those can wrap around you too. A lot of people release their ball pythons though because ball pythons get big.
Let's see. The next one comes from Pissed Off Shih Tzu. Oh, this sounds pleasant. Okay, this comes from the Daily Mail. Man, 72. Is this a Florida man? No, it's a New York man or Bronx man. Okay. Man, 72, shot his 28-year-old wife. Okay, shot his 28-year-old wife in the face because, quote, she told him he didn't satisfy her financially or sexually.
Okay, let's be honest. It was only the second part that actually got to him.
But seriously, 72 years old and a 28-year-old. Okay. A 72-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of shooting his 28-year-old wife in the head because she allegedly told him he didn't satisfy her financially or sexually. Clarence White is accused of shooting his spouse, Dominique, at their home in the Bronx Thursday morning, leaving her in critical condition. They had been arguing before the gun was fired. Imagine that. The shooting happened around. Okay. It was a normal. Let's see. Trying to get past all the fluff. Police sources told the Daily News that White claimed he just wanted to scare her and didn't mean to shoot her. Officers found a .22 caliber handgun at the address, and White was charged with attempted murder, assault, and criminal use of a firearm. While some neighbors described the couple as quiet, the New York Daily News reports that police had been called to previous arguments at the address. Yeah. This guy is kind of a crotchety-looking old guy, but of course he's 72. There's no picture of the wife, so who knows?
Well, it's hard to get a picture of her. Her face is not all there.
I know. That's a tough one.
What the hell is a 28-year-old doing with a 72-year-old?
Daddy issues?
Daddy issues? That's granddaddy issues at that point. And money, obviously, he didn't have any because that's one of the things she bitched about.
Oh, this is a thing that happened. Okay, this comes from staff reporter Jack Cochran. This is a blog post, and here is the title.
Hang on. There's a comment that needs addressed because
okay.
Jordan 250, thank you so much for that. She was digging for gold and found lead.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Okay, now you can continue.
All right, so this blog post on The Guardian is, I guess the category of the blog is called Dog's Experience. And here's the title. Here's the title of the Experience. My dog underwent gender reassignment surgery.
What the fuck? Sorry.
Molly seemed like a perfectly normal female pup at first.
Hold on. Wait.
Okay.
Chat needs to see this since y'all can see my facial expressions while he reads this sack of fucking shit.
Oh, Monkey, you want to close in on SDA?
Done.
Make me the center of attention.
Yes. All right.
I go.
Jesus, you got all street there, Connecticut. All right. Molly seemed like a perfectly normal female pup at first. It was only when she started taking walks outside that we noticed unusual behavior. Now we get into the meat of the post. The death of our collie, Bonnie, in 2006 hit my husband Frank and me so hard that it was almost a decade before we considered taking on another dog. But late in 2015, my daughter mentioned that a friend of hers had a Jack Russell that was about to have pups. Familiar with female dogs, we decided that if there were any bitches in the litter, we would take one. That's how we ended up with Molly. Picking her up involved a round trip of about 200. I don't give a shit. Let's get on. Okay. She has delicate features, very feminine looking.
She's a dog.
Okay. All right. No, I'm moving forward. We registered Molly at the local vet and made sure she had all her jabs. It was only when she started taking walks outside at about 3 months old that we noticed peculiarities in her behavior. Indoors, when Molly needed to pee, she would squat on her training mat as she had been taught. But when Frank took her out, he noticed that she cocked her leg like a boy dog. We had spotted before that she had a tiny appendage between her back legs, but we thought little of it until we noticed that it sometimes seemed to cause her discomfort when she tried to sit down. Okay. We took Molly to the vet to get it looked at. After examining her, the vet said, I'm going to have a senior colleague look at this, and took Molly into a back room. I was reminded of Bonnie's diagnosis with stomach cancer and feared the worst. When the vet came back and said she thought Molly could be a hermaphrodite, I didn't realize what she meant. I started crying, assuming she was referring to another... Oh, hold on.
You don't know what a hermy is.
Hold on. I started crying, assuming that she was referring to another form of cancer, but she said, no, it means Molly has male and female... No. I'm reading it.
No.
Look, we already know this person.
Hold on.
Yes.
What kind of grown-ass adult thinks that fucking hermaphrodite is a kind of girl?
Cancer.
Okay.
Girl, you are cancer.
I was flabbergasted. I had never heard of anything like it.
I'm flabbergasted too.
Flabbergasted? Okay, Georgia. But we were assured that Molly's condition could be fixed, although we would have to wait until she was older and stronger. In the meantime, Molly started to behave more like a male dog, mounting cushions and soft toys, although this often left her sore and unhappy. Jesus.
Oh my God.
When she was 6 months old, we took her back to the vet where a senior practitioner examined her. X-rays and other tests confirmed his suspicions. Molly was an intersex dog. In fact, she was most likely genetically male, meaning she was a male pseudo-hermaphrodite. She had a small vestigial penis within what looked like a female vulva and testicles inside her abdomen that hadn't descended. Jesus. Molly's condition was very rare. About 1 in 6,800 dogs are born pseudo-hermaphrodites. Okay, it's almost done. Oh, okay, the article's not that long. I thought it was longer than this. I was going to say, I'm not reading any more of this, but in 15 years of practice, the doctor had never encountered another case, nor had any of his more senior colleagues. Sometimes no operation is needed, but the doctor explained that Molly's complications were likely to increase as she aged. Well-meaning friends had already suggested it might be kinder to have her put down because she was often visibly distressed. The thought horrified us. However, the doctor assured us an operation would make her life much easier. The day she went into theater was very stressful. The doctor said, call me. Oh, sorry.
Also, mounting stuff, according to Bay, and she worked as like a veterinary assistant, is a dominance behavior and not necessarily a humping behavior.
Is it my house? Anyhow.
Okay, it's almost done. Let's see. The doctor said, call me in the morning. I didn't sleep a wink that night thinking about Molly and fearing the worst, but we were able to take her home the next day. The doctor had removed the partially formed penis and testicles, which were at risk of becoming cancerous, and created an opening for Molly's urethra so she could pee comfortably.
So basically, you got her neutered.
Kind
of, yeah.
That's not a tranny dog, okay? You just got a Hermie. Like, that's all. Name him Hermes. It's cute. That's what I would do.
Let's see. Anything new on the Australia deal?
Real quick, thank you, Cryptic. That doctor took this person for a ride. All that testing ain't cheap. Hermaphrodites happen. I can't believe this woman is that stupid, and she definitely shouldn't be in a position of caring for anything.
Well, that's the thing. It's more just because, for one thing, she took a dog having a medical condition and went, you know what? Fucking gender article I can write.
Well, yeah, I don't get the whole transgender part of it because there's nothing about this that is transgender in any way.
Yeah, I mean, like, 'cause at the end of the day, you ended up getting the dog fixed exactly as you would have anyway, but... You can stop presenting me now. I'm done being upset. I'm fine.
Okay. This one comes from Eric the driver, and my curiosity overrides my hesitation to read like sad stories, but I'm wondering what's going on here. So this comes from the Toronto Sun. 2-year-old Ottawa boy fended for himself in apartment for 10 days after mom was killed. Jesus. In a testament to the human spirit, a 2-year-old Ottawa boy fended for himself for 10 days after his mother was killed in their 5th floor apartment of a public housing building in Mechanicsville, Seasoned detectives and doctors have been left marveling at the young boy's health and more his will to survive. The child was discovered during a routine fire alarm inspection at the apartment building on Burnside Avenue on March 22nd. Okay. And yeah, this story is from the other day, but okay. The door was unlocked, and when someone checked to make sure everyone was out during the drill, they found the boy alongside his dead mother. The 35-year-old woman, whose name is protected by a publication ban, had been dead for 10 days. Her death was considered suspicious and assigned to homicide detectives. On Thursday, after getting a full autopsy, police charged crack dealer Mohammed S. Barkhaldi, I don't know, 31, with first-degree murder in the March 12th killing of the woman who friends described as a good person and good mother. What about, where's we get to the kid?
How does somebody not find you like for 10 freaking days?
I'm curious how the kid survived for 10 days. Let's see. Okay. The child was an independent little boy who knew how to get food from the fridge and turn on the TV. Quote, it's a good thing the mother never put him in a playpen or crib. He would have died because he wouldn't have had access to food or drink. Okay. God.
It's horrible.
Yeah, that's awful.
Thank you, Rex, Social Justice Warrior Videos, also known as Gutenberg. Give Gutenberg a platform.
A space platform. Oh. Okay.
Does that mean Goot wants on?
Probably.
It does. The kid probably knew how to get water or use the toilet and had access to food. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, this one comes from staff reporter Colleen.
How old was he? I'm sorry, I missed
2
that.
years old. 2 years old.
Damn.
Staff reporter Colleen Bernier. And there's video to this if you really want to see it. I have no interest in it, but I'm posting the link in the description, or in the chat. Computer-obsessed commuter arrested for riding train naked as he claims he lives in a video game world.
What the fuck?
The suspect was caught on camera glued to his mobile phone on the packed commuter train. A computer-mad commuter arrested for riding an underground train naked claimed he was, quote, living in a video game world. Shocked passengers spotted the man board the busy train in just a pair of shoes earlier this month. Footage shows the man on his mobile phone and chatting to other disturbed passengers in Hong Kong. A witness claimed they overheard the man saying he had no clothes on because he was living in a video game world. Yeah, okay. I just like how in the pictures, like everybody else is also glued to their phones and not paying attention to him.
Backscan could have been worse. At least he didn't think he was in GTA.
Oh, man. According to local reports, authorities believe the man could be mentally ill. You think?
Really?
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
I find that hard to believe. I bet he's stable.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have here? Okay, we got a terrorism plot. So the red pill sent us the Australian plot. We have North Korean nukes. We talked about that. Much as nice as it. Oh, okay. I don't know what this is. Mashisu sends us this one. USS Ford makes history, launches, lands fighter jet with magnetic technology. Okay.
Oh.
Magnets? How the fuck do they work? Okay. Let's see. The USS Gerald R. Ford, the Navy's newest aircraft carrier, successfully launched and landed an aircraft with advanced digital magnetic technology, which replaces the older steam-driven catapult system. Oh, it was like a railgun, sort of. The successful missions Friday came less than a week after President Trump commissioned the nearly $13 billion ship in Virginia. Today, USS Gerald R. Ford made history, said Admiral Phil Davidson, commander of the U.S. Fleet Forces. Great work by the Ford team and all the engineers who worked hard to get the ship ready for this milestone. And they don't tell us anything more about the technology. Probably because it's classified.
Yeah, because then the North Koreans would get it.
Yeah, and the Russians and all those guys. We don't want the Russians to get hold of magnets.
It sounds safer than the old catapult system.
You would hope so, I guess. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. That's all they say. They don't tell you anything about the.
Well, even a rubber band would be safer than the catapult system because that's basically what it is.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with this one, but I guess we'll find out. Stop playing the video. Fox Insider. Okay, this one comes from another one from Ashisu. 9-year-old gets answer to his letter to Trump. Okay. A 9-year-old boy who penned a letter to President Donald Trump asking him to be friends got his wish. Quote, "You are my favorite president, Dylan," and they gave him a nickname in this. Dylan Pickles Harbin wrote in a letter, "Can we be friends?" The third grader likes the president so much he even had a Trump-themed birthday party.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, no. His excitement is unbelievable, Dylan's mom said. Dylan was curious about many things about the president. About. Good job, Fox. How old are you? How big is the White House? How much money do you have? He wrote. Dylan and his family will get a tour of the White House where they are hoping there will be pickles to snack on. That's the end of the... I presume there's something in the video that tells you more about it, so I will post that in the chat as well, but yeah.
Thank you, Cryptic. It's okay, guys. In 1 month, the Chinese will steal it and reproduce a cheap knockoff that is filled with lead.
Yay! And then the lead digger will find it if her face doesn't fall off first.
Yeah. That's so bad.
I know.
Aren't you surprised the White House just didn't tweet back at him?
Well, he sent an actual letter, like a physical, like a handwritten letter. Okay.
Should have sent him a little letter back, say, "Follow me on Twitter, bitch."
Okay, this one I have to read just because the picture of the suspect.
But before you do, thank you, Sanguine. How is it sad his birthday was huge? Everything was done bigly. Oh my God.
Huge.
It was huge.
Okay, I'm going to read this story. I'm going to send the link to the story after I read it because the face of this guy is unbelievable. I thought at first it was some kind of like smartphone app effect, but I guess it's not. Pennsylvania man convicted of attempted rape wrote descriptions of his perfect victims. Oh. A Pennsylvania man who was convicted of attempted rape in 2013 had written journal entries describing the crime in explicit detail, police said. Frank Yeager, 33, of Bucks County, received 20 years in prison in 2013. Why? How old is this story? Okay, now it's from today. Okay. After he attempted to persuade a female realtor to go to a model home with him. Yeager pleaded guilty to the attempted rape charge. The Superior Court in Lehigh County, which is north of Philadelphia, upheld his sentence this week. Okay. And here's the quotes from his journal. Ugh. Quote, "I truly enjoy the hunt and cannot wait for my prize," he wrote. "If you are reading this, I found a realtor woman and raped her. I have been planning and have wanted this my whole life." Ugh.
He's going to enjoy rape now.
Okay, well, I don't think so, because take a look at this. Tell me that this guy does not belong in central casting of a horror movie.
Oh.
And again, I thought that was some kind of Photoshop effect. Yeah. That guy is a serial killer, like monster movie material right there.
Yeah, what's wrong with them? But ladies, if you see somebody that looks like that and they try to get you into a place where you'd be alone, don't go.
Yeah. Lady Monkey, you should totally click that link. Totally.
That dude's freaky looking. I feel like I've seen him before.
He looks like a character from like...
What about SDA,
like Middle Earth or something. Anyway. Ugh.
Yeah, freaky. We got time for one or two.
Okay.
If we make them quick.
Let's see. Let me find something cool first.
Boatman says it looks like a bro and sis got too friendly.
Yeah.
Okay.
This might or might not be funny. I don't know. This comes from Mashisu. Comedian Kathy Griffin cuts the price of her Hollywood Hills home, probably because nobody wants to buy it from her. What did she? Do I care? No, I don't. Okay, never mind. Sorry, Mash. I don't care.
I Thank you, Sanguine. Who the fuck birthed that thumb-looking motherfucker?
He does look like a thumb, doesn't he?
He does.
Oh
my god.
Okay, and now we're back to stories from yesterday. Okay, guys, I think that's it for MSS
All right.
today.
Beautiful, right at the 45-minute mark. And this is the time.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. No, the late breaking news.
Go ahead.
Late breaking news. We have one more snake story. This one comes from Florida. This story is from Le Nuggets. I cannot avoid this one. I have to read this one because the headline alone. Oh dear God. Can it happen twice in a day? Apparently so. Florida. Man suffocated to death after having sex with pet anaconda.
No.
What?
Don't put your dick in animals, people.
Okay, well, now maybe it was like, I was chasing an elephant in my pajamas. Maybe the snake was just present with him when he was having sex.
Yeah, let's read and find out.
Let's find out. Okay. Tampa, Florida. A 22-year-old man from Florida has been found dead after he allegedly succumbed from indulging in sexual activities with his 23-foot-long anaconda.
That's not a euphemism, is it?
He's woke, yo, like Chewbacca. It took several hours for authorities to separate the large serpent from the young man as the victim was in full erection and had deeply penetrated the female anaconda's genitalia, according to the coroner's report.
You nasty, nasty motherfucker. That's what you did.
Okay, it's not a long article. David Brown, 22, was found naked and completely enveloped by his pet anaconda by a friend when he contacted authorities, hoping they could save his life. I knew he was into bestiality and erotic asphyxiation, but I never thought it would go so wrong, explained his friend.
Oh my
I'm sorry. I know this is not good, but that is the dumbest thing I've read today. I never thought it could go so wrong. Bestiality plus erotic asphyxiation? Holy shit.
Bestiality with a fucking anaconda. Okay.
Quote, he always told me he wasn't hurting anybody and that animals loved sex as much as humans, that it was consensual. It was a consensual thing. Who am I to judge? He added.
What?
Okay. The young man that was
in society with not judging people. It is okay to judge people who do sick shit.
Yeah. The young man that was an avid animal fan, that's odd. That's an odd phrasing. Okay. Had a wide collection of pets ranging from dogs and cats to tarantulas, snakes, scorpions, turtles, and even a baby wild hog. He described himself as extremely horny.
Are you serious?
No, okay. Wait. Read that list of animals again.
I'm gonna read it again because I'm trying to tell if he was talking about the wild hog was extremely horny or the young man was describing himself, because the this is badly written. Okay, the young man.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The young man that was an avid animal fan had a wide collection of pets ranging from dogs and cats to tarantulas, snakes, scorpions, turtles, and even a baby wild hog. I think there's supposed to be a period here and then a capital H, because this doesn't make any sense. He described himself as extremely horny.
No, he's describing him. Oh.
Yeah, I think it's a badly, because either they're saying the baby wild hog described himself as extremely horny, but if the baby
your pronoun needs an antecedent, bitch.
No, my problem with that is his friend said that he knew he was into bestiality, so most of those animals probably got fucked
in some way, shape, or form. Yeah,
that's horrible.
I'm almost done. Let me finish it, then we can move on. Quote, he's loved animals since he was a young boy, said his mother. I wasn't too fond of that big snake, but he reassured me he'd take care of it and that it wasn't dangerous, she said, exploding in tears. David Brown was also brought to the emergency room last October after an incident with a pet gerbil who had accidentally perforated his anus and chewed through his intestinal tract.
What the fuck?
Christ.
What the fuck? No.
Okay, that should have been the red flag that sends you to an insane asylum. The young man had suffered severe internal bleeding, you think, and necessitated surgery, but was up and running again 2 months later. Quote, I thought he had learned his lesson from that previous incident, but he definitely did not, explained one of his former girlfriends who wished to remain anonymous. Probably, was your name Bessie? Out on the farm or something? Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh,
No.
okay. No, I'm almost done. No. This is. I have to finish this. I have to finish this. This is just too amazing. Quote: He once convinced me. This is the girlfriend. He once convinced me into a threesome with his German Shepherd, but I wouldn't get that close to that snake, even if David proposed it several times, and I was really persuasive. And was really persuasive, she remembers. Last paragraph. Although the state of Florida has officially outlawed bestiality in October 2011, the bestiality law does not forbid oral sex between a human and an animal, and only forbids penetration of a human sex organ into an animal's mouth, according to legal. All right, that's it. Done. Done. Oh, God.
Thank you, Sanguine. He took rutting like hogs a bit too literally. Yeah, yes, he did.
Who submitted that shit?
And Jackal High, thank you. Okay, that is sick shit. Yeah, oh my God.
He convinced me to have a three-way with his German Shepherd. Oh!
I don't want to live in this world anymore.
Who sent that?
That was LaNuggets.
Who is that?
It's one of our
LaNuggets.
LaNuggets has been around forever.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember him in chat like when I first started doing this stuff.
Is that lady monkey laughing?
FD Swayze, she fucked the dog, but not the snake because she has standards.
Like what? I'm sorry.
I'll only do mammals, thank you.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That she admitted out loud. Oh well, I mean, like he talked me into a three-way with a dog, but like the snake, nah. Like
that's a bridge too far.
Oh, good for fucking you. Okay, crazy bitch.
Can I just say that snake is a hero?
What?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That snake has stopped other animals from being raped.
Sure, that's
fuck me.
Like just no.
I am now sort of like exhausted in a way after reading that.
That's worse than a plunger.
We've had a couple of bad ones tonight.
Oh man, it's not as bad as okay, so ranked. Let's just talk real quick about ranked here. Is that worse or less worse than 10 black characters in Star Wars?
Oh, no, that's fucking worse, okay? I'm sorry. Some dumbass bitch was talking to a reporter and literally said, well, he talked me into a three-way with his German Shepherd, but the snake, nah. Like, woman.
Okay. I'm going to save the link to that story because if we need to revisit this as part of
real quick,
lore.
That is far worse because it contains a story about a gerbil eating somebody's ass from the
I
inside
know,
out.
right? Jesus.
Why would you stick a fucking gerbil up your ass? What is wrong with you?
There's people who do that, but for those of you who don't know, you're not supposed to use a live one.
Okay.
I don't do it. I saw this on HBO.
Did you get the super chats from Zenith and Falcon?
I'm just getting those.
Okay,
thank you.
gotcha.
Zenith, thank you. I used to be a furry. Even they won't go that far. Standards are everything. Falcon Millennial, he must like llama. Is that supposed to be llama?
Lamia porn.
Lamia porn. I don't know what that is. Fucker. What is
Well,
lamia porn?
if he's talking about, you mean like the lamia? Wait. Because lamia porn. I mean, like a lamia is sort of like a Medusa, like a half snake, half woman. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha,
okay,
gotcha.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah, it took me a second. I was like, lamia. Oh yeah. Okay.
We ruined your good joke. I apologize for that, Falcon.
Oh no.
Sanguine, thank you. So SDA expects sweet snake snatch suppers now. Super
Supers.
snap. I know.
Are you letting Gutenberg on or no?
Hold on. Colleen Bernier says they have a story about a Canadian fisherman being sexually assaulted by several seals and a woman breastfeeding a dog at a McDonald's. What?
No.
No, we're done. No more
Whatever
animal stories.
It is.
Save those for tomorrow.
Yeah, send them to us for tomorrow because we'll need some more animal erotica tomorrow because that will make me happy.
No.
Yes.
I really don't want animal
Sunday's going to be a
erotica
slow day
to
news-wise
be
unless
a
something crazy
fucking
happens.
staple of the show.
No, it's
I
not a
do.
staple.
I'm
Monkey
not
does.
ready for like
I
this
do.
better not become like a nightly Florida man shit. Like
People
please.
will tune in for gerbil ass eating. I'm telling you, this is gold. This is
Oh
gold.
God.
I can't. I mean, like you're right from a marketing perspective.
I'm telling you.
Great. But I'm just saying, I don't think my poor little brain can handle it.
That gerbil was trying to make the Great Escape.
No.
Did the gerbil live? I hope the gerbil lived.
I'm not going back to the story. I'm scared of it now. Okay, but I've archived the link in case we want to bring this up again as a stream lore sometime down the road.
Oh, that's going into its own video. Let me tell you.
Oh man.
With
Oh
dancing
man.
gerbils
Yeah,
across the
yeah,
screen.
that is all you, buddy. I'm not going anywhere near that one.
I'm gonna animate that fucker.
Oh Jesus. You should get Tail to write a song about it.
Oh my God, the Great Gerbil Escape. Yes.
No. No. I hate you guys. I hate
man.
this. I hate
okay, well, speaking of which, it is now YouTube time, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
All right. But it's your stream, so who's going first?
We'll do Beauty Before Age today. SDA?
So if you were not here right when we started, Mara and I had our first episode of Baywatch tonight, and it went rather well. We had a lot of fun. And tomorrow morning, probably at 8 a.m. Eastern time, we're going to be doing another book club with Bay. It's going to be a ragey one on my part because I fucking hate these books. I wish they would, like, honestly, these books break the Geneva Convention. I'm just
Real quick,
throwing
thank you.
it out there.
Sanguine, the new segment, What the Fuck is Florida Fucking?
And I'm going to make a video at some point. So, yeah.
All right, which of you two is older? Good or Scribe?
I believe.
Scribe is a month older than I am.
Yeah, I think I'm just a smidge older because we're both born 79.
All right, I already know the answer to this. What'd you do on YouTube today, Goot?
Nothing. I promised to come on here and behave. That's my main focus right now.
Have you been drinking, Goot?
A little bit. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep.
I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna keep it under control, though. I promise.
Now, did you see the picture of the guy from Pennsylvania?
No. Yes, I did. Oh my God.
You know that guy?
No, I don't know that dude.
Okay. All right, just making sure. I don't know who Gutenberg knows.
That's true. Yeah, it's his neck of the woods.
He had a fucked up ass mug, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Well, his neck of the woods, that guy was all neck.
Yes, all the way to the top of his head.
Did they state what city he was from?
He was from Bucks County, but I think they said it was
Bucks County's Philadelphia.
yeah. Well, I think I'd have to go back to the story, but yeah, he's the Bucks. I think he committed the crime in Lehigh, but he's in jail in Bucks or something.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, he got a fucked up mug.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Yeah, but
Scribbles, what'd you do today?
Oh man, well, I was a lot more productive than I thought I would be. I thought I was only gonna do the the initial steps in assembling a video, but I ended up just doing the whole hog. So
You know what, Scribe? Maybe
yes.
keep the fucking animal metaphors.
Yeah,
to-
doing the whole hog. Let's not tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry I triggered you guys.
Triggered me, man.
All right.
I am so triggered. Like, I can't even. I'm so upset about this. Monkey, next time you make an excerpt, I think you should do the.
Oh
Do the
yeah.
whole hog.
good Lord.
All right. Well, anyway, getting back to the animal things aside, so our friends at Fusion, I mean Splinter, no kidding. They put out a video the other day it's only like 2 minutes and 30 seconds long, but it so insulted my intelligence in the first 30 seconds that I just had to say something. And the short version is they throw apologetics to riots they agree with, and you shouldn't call them riots because they are actually just protests against violence.
That had to do with the Antifa riots, right?
No, they cited the LA riots, Ferguson, Baltimore, Watts riots. I mean, they're going way back. Like every riot
It's
that
justified.
right, exactly. They're making up. They're saying it's justified because it was riots based on things that happened or involved non-white people. Therefore, it's protest, and you shouldn't call it a riot. You should call it an uprising.
Well, when you smash business windows and loot and just basically do whatever you want to do, that's not riot, or that's not protesting. That's rioting.
Well, this is the
Right.
thing. At the very beginning of the video, they make a point of defining what a riot is, and they go to the dictionary and they put it right up on the screen. A riot is a disturbance of a violent disturbance of the peace by a crowd. That's very simple. And I'm like, okay, that's a good definition. And then they go out through the rest of the video trying to play word games with what these events were versus these events.
Semantics is what they're
Yeah,
doing.
it's all semantics and apologetics and trying to give cover to destruction and violence. And I'm like, look, can we all just agree that a riot is bad no matter what the initial cause of it? I mean, whether it was a World Series win or somebody getting shot by a police officer, riots are bad, okay? And so I go to a little bit more depth on some of those points in the video, but
I did actually watch that video. That was a very good video, Scribe.
thank you. I
Very good
appreciate it.
video.
Yeah, Splinter is
Watch my videos.
I binge watched Scribe your videos the other day. They are really well thought out.
oh, thank you.
I was really impressed.
Well, I appreciate that.
Ouch.
Yeah, SDA, you're not worth complimenting on anymore. Sorry.
No, SDA.
Gutenberg loves me now. He's coming for my sweet man meat.
Dry anal rape.
No, Gutenberg is not going to be my gerbil.
No, I gotta behave. I gotta behave.
I didn't do anything, so
Why not?
that's all I have. I don't want to talk about why, but I wasn't really motivated.
Okay.
Pain things, Lord of Pain, yay. So I played video
that's
games
true.
instead.
Oh, what is Gutenberg a lord of? Because we all have our thing.
Probably
Lord
the
of-
Lord of SDA.
No, he's
Whoa.
the Lord of.
You fucking rave, right?
No, I know what it is. No, I know exactly what it is. Lord of Ants.
I really do
Oh.
want an ant colony, but it's just not working out right. Monkey, what games are you playing now? What have you been up to?
I actually loaded up an old game. I loaded up the Guild 2.
Oh yeah.
Never heard of it.
I got it on a Steam sale more than a year and a half ago or so. It's a weird little building resource political game.
Oh, okay.
It's
Is it like
it's
SimCity?
fun.
Like a SimCity or
Kind of. It's very little city building. You create a character, one of 4 classes, either a farmer, a blacksmith, a priest, and I forget the other one. And you build up your business while trying to take out your rivals and marrying bitches and killing people, and it's a lot of fun.
fucking A, right? That sounds good to me. You guys should play PUBG. Play it on those battlegrounds, dude. It's so
I want to play that so
fun.
bad, but that game.
So good.
Yeah, I've watched. I don't watch playthroughs, and I've watched at least 100 playthroughs of that fucking game.
Well, Dicko or Big Dicko and I, Sinatra play it. Wizard of Cause plays it. Rags, obviously, and then there's Jeff Holiday plays it. He streams it, I believe, every once in a while. So there's a lot of dude. This game is so popular right now because it's a real fun team-based game that you can get involved in or do whatever. And it's not like the traditional FPS type game where it's like it's not Call of Duty where it's just like run out and gun real quick. It's strategy. It's moving around. It's thinking about positioning and stuff. So it's not your traditional FPS type shit. It's fun to play with people. Like your friends.
That circle mechanic makes it so intense.
Tricky. It is tricky. It's very tricky, but it's so. some of the best times I've had online lately have just been playing that with Liam and Sinatra or Big Dicko.
Yeah, it looks way too fun, and that's something I would get addicted to.
Yeah, it's very, very addicting. Like you want to learn everything about it so you can be the best you can be. So it is addicting in that sense. But
I also kind of like the Fallout aspect of it, where the stuff you're getting is not like necessarily the best gear. You kind of look retarded half the time.
yeah, it's
You got a
leveling
football
up.
helmet on.
You got like a motorcycle helmet on level 1s and all that. And yeah, dude, if you want to get it, and you don't really need the best PC to run it. I mean, it helps, but as long as you can run 60 frames, which is any top PC in the last 4 or 5 years can run 60 frames easily. So I'd highly advise the game.
When are you going to start making videos again, man?
I'm lazy.
I know you're lazy. That's not what I asked you.
I actually put out a video a couple weeks ago. I don't know,
Yeah,
a couple days ago, I should say.
Yeah, I always watch them when you upload them.
I'm just, I don't know. I'm not really. It is what it is. I don't know. It's not really. YouTube right now is just, it is what it is.
All right, guys, it's deep topic time. Unless there was any more YouTube stuff we had to go over.
Is there any drama or anything going on that we know of?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Let's see. Well, Mr. Medicare just posted his Angry Joe video, which I'm going to be watching after the stream.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you guys. Who's your favorite content creator on YouTube, no matter what genre?
Oh,
Who do you guys like?
Oh, it's totally SDA.
Man, no, outside of the genre.
Oh, okay. All right.
What's totally SDA?
Nothing. Not at all.
SDA is hot.
she's not paying attention to us.
I had to get up for a second. I'm sorry.
Outside of the genre, well,
No. What are y'all saying about me?
nothing.
Fucking
He said
chat,
you were
tell
his
me.
favorite channel.
Oh, for God's sakes. Can I answer the question? Okay. Outside of the genre we're in, Red Letter Media, the channel, produces almost nothing but gold. Comedy gold, and it's all about movies and stuff, and I love it.
Oh, okay. Monkey?
Probably
getting
gotta
arrested?
be Honest Trailers is my favorite thing on YouTube.
Who's getting arrested right now?
Me. It's
Thank
only
you,
because I
Meshisu.
live like half a mile away from a highway patrol office.
Thank you, Meshishu. Something for Ranting Monkey to dream about tonight. Imagine Lady Monkey and I wearing nothing but light up fidget spinners on our boobs and slits.
Jesus Christ. Holler.
That sounded dirty.
It sounded great. Sounded like a good time. So, Monkey,
That was a lot.
Monkey, your favorite channel outside the genre?
The
Who
Honest
you said-
Trailers over on.
Honest
Wait,
Trailer?
Yeah, I love Honest Trailers.
SDA. Who do you like outside of the genre?
I like either Super Carlin Brothers or Game Theory. I like theory channels a lot.
All right, fair enough.
Thank you, Terry Diamandis. Does STA? Oh my fucking god!
Jesus.
Does SDA have a timepiece with Mara's face on it? Is that what Baywatch is about?
Har.
She has a locket with my picture in it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true. I do.
Hmm?
Berg's right.
Gutenberg, what's a deep topic we can talk about?
I had a very heated discussion with some of Irate Bears subs about depression earlier today.
Oh, how so?
It was just pretty much me yelling at people that they need to move forward and improve their life, whether it be something they don't like about themselves or something they're doing. So it was pretty much me being a drill sergeant yelling at his subs that were claiming to be, I don't know, depressed individuals, I guess.
No, I think a lot of the time, honestly, I wish that when I had been depressed, somebody had yelled at me to just get my fucking shit together.
I think it's what a lot of people need to be
Because
honest.
I needed, to get better. It took me hitting the point where I had to yell at myself and be like, you need to get your fucking shit together, you piece of shit. Just like, if quit complaining about life, like just make something happen, huh?
For some people, I think that's probably true, and for others, I don't think even that would work.
Yep.
I think some definitely need actual treatment.
Yeah.
No, I think that no. I think that actually is part of treatment. Is getting your shit together and getting treatment and actually getting help. That's part of it. It's not just like pick yourself up and do everything by yourself. It's do something to get yourself better. Get yourself treatment, get yourself therapy. Like start actually being active in your therapy. Start being mindful of what you're actually doing. Be mindful of what you're thinking. Like really try to get better because therapy and professional help can only do so much. You have to engage in it. And I think that some people
easier said than done.
Yeah, I get that, but I get it. Trust me, I get it. But once you actually do it, it is worth it.
The problem is that, well, at least in my experience, I was never a non-productive individual. I was always productive. I mean, depression didn't keep me from being a contributing member to society or having a job or having relationships or anything else. It was a persistent emotional migraine every day for 15, 16 years. And I couldn't think my way out of it. I couldn't fight my way out of it mentally, even if I doing everything that by the external observation would say that is a productive and engaged person. It was still going on inside me whether I wanted to or not. And that is a very difficult thing to overcome. It's also very disheartening because it's like you go through all this effort, you do all these things, and you push all these boundaries, and you try to get past it, and you can't because you can't. And it's just now. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Now I can counter that, of course, because part of my concern up until a couple of years ago was that I didn't want to go on to medication. Not because I'm a Scientologist, but because I was afraid, because of stories I'd heard from friends of mine and such, that I would cease being me. You know, that I didn't want to experiment with my brain chemistry. I didn't want to start doing things that could be irreversible or who knows what.
Right.
It came to a point, however, where I was functional. I was productive, but I wasn't living. It wasn't fun. I was in an absolute state of constant just yuck. And so a friend of mine who is on medication and is bipolar and has had to manage things beyond even my experience, I was talking to her one day and I told her, I said, I don't want to take medication. I'm afraid it's going to make me not be me anymore. And she says, well, you've known me for 10 years. Am I not me? I'm on medication. It's what keeps me able to function. And I thought I didn't have an argument against that. So I lucked out. The first medication I got was very mild, and it was effectively a silver bullet, but it's not a cure. I'll be on this stuff the rest of my life. But
the thing is, like, taking that step to get medication is literally like you getting off your ass and doing something about it. I mean, whatever that means, like being productive doesn't necessarily mean that you're a contributing member to society. It's going to mean something different to different people. For some people, it's literally a neurological thing, and you just need to take pills and you need to get your shit together. Either way, you have to find some way to get your shit together and make your life better.
Well,
I love you.
I had my shit together for 16 years because I thought it was something that I could get past. I didn't want to think that it was endemic to who I was. I wanted it to be a phase. I wanted it to be something that I could work past. And I tried. I worked really hard.
But
so discounting anything anybody does that isn't what you think is the right thing to do doesn't help anything.
No, I'm not saying that something is the right or the wrong thing to do. I'm saying that getting off your ass is different for different people. For some people, it's not about getting a job or being, stereotypically productive because you're already productive. But being productive and getting yourself better means getting on medication.
Not necessarily.
Changing something.
Yes, not necessarily.
There's always something that you can do.
Depression, it's an underlying symptom of a problem that you're not addressing.
Not always.
Not always, Gutenberg.
I think, yeah, not always, but we have to generalize. We can't pick individual people out of the lot, but we can generalize and say it's usually an underlying issue.
Hang on.
No.
The problem with generalizing with something like this isn't something you can generalize. This is something that has severe effects. This has to be treated almost case by case. I have a friend who is absolutely one of those people who used to say depression is not real, isn't real.
I say that all the time.
And due to things that went on in his life, he ended up hospitalized, and he was just horrifically depressed. And the only thing that helped him was medicine. And this is, and remember, this is somebody who absolutely did not believe depression was a real thing. It was just people needed to suck it up. People needed to just push past their problems. For a lot of us, yeah, you can do that. I can do that. I no matter what I've faced, I've been able to push through it. I have family members who have not. I have a family member who has been institutionalized, who one time I saw them with a really thick red line around their neck because they tried hanging themselves. And when asked, why, could not give a reason, none. And it's something that runs in my family, where my grandfather killed himself, my older brother killed himself, other family members have killed. This is a flaw in our genetics.
It may be,
and that's not something you can push past.
Can I said, what do you like? What if we are off our ass and still depressed? I think you're misunderstanding what I mean when I say get off your ass. If you're like, when I was deeply depressed, I had perfect grades. I was doing extracurricular activities in school. That's not what get off your ass means. What get off your ass means is get in there, get treatment, work with the treatment. I didn't get better until I found the right medication, and I actually started taking a look in the mirror and adjusting my behavior and actually working with my psychologist as much as I could. That's how you get better.
I would agree with you with working with your doctor. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why people don't think that's exactly what I just said.
You get better by self-improvement. Whatever you do not like about yourself, try to improve that area. Now, if you're going to be lazy and you're going to sit at home, eat fucking Twinkies and Doritos and shit, and woe is me, and be upset about where you're at in your life, that's your fucking situation. That's a problem. I understand there's chemical imbalances and whatnot in certain individuals' brains that does not allow them to have a certain
it's more common than you think.
Yeah, it is, but that is normal. That is the psychological thing that keeps us moving forward. That means the situation you're in right now is not where you should be. That's your biology telling you that you should do better, you should be better. And you can do that.
It's not,
but for some people,
not about.
No, I do.
Okay,
better.
hold on.
You can improve.
Hold on. Okay.
It's about improvement. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Okay. I am the worst witness for anyone else's experience on this one. And I know that sounds like an SJW thing, but it's absolutely true. Just like you have no idea what it's like to have depression. I don't mild depression. All right. I have no idea what it's like for anyone else with their depression. There are similarities. I've had lots of friends who've described similar things in varying degrees of whatever.
Right.
My father acted a certain way when I was young, a certain way that was, let's just say, exceedingly negative to my family's welfare.
But that was every father's 20.
Hold on, Goot, for God's sakes. You've had your turn.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
All right. Mute yourself for a couple minutes. That'll save us all from having
I will
a
mute
fight.
him.
Okay.
I'll mute.
My father acted a certain way when I was young. He had no understanding of it. He had no name for it. He didn't know that there was something wrong. He thought that that's just how he acted. And he was ashamed of it his entire life, but he had no control over it. And my sister, my mother, and I suffered as a consequence. And my growing up, I said to myself over and over, I am never going to be like my father. I am never going to treat the people I love like that, et cetera, and so on. And I made that my own mantra. I am not going to be like my father.
Right.
Okay. And when I hit 22, what happened? Something. Hold, Goot, for God's sakes.
Oh, it's
mute,
just sorry.
mute yourself. And when I hit 22, one day, one thing happened, and suddenly the entire world felt like it was ending. And my rational brain knew that it was not ending, but I couldn't stop the emotions. No matter what I did, it felt like the worst day of my life over a thing like stepping on a tack. And thankfully, I lived in an era that had a better understanding of these things than my father did. And I understood that this is something that is not me. It's happening inside of me, but this is not a chosen thing. This is not something I like. This is not something I agree with inside of myself. And I suddenly understood my father and what he was going through his entire life and my entire life.
Yeah.
He had no control over what he was feeling. But he didn't know that it was something separate from his rational self. He just accepted it as that this is the kind of person he is. He was an asshole. He was an idiot. He was a jerk. And that he internalized that. And he, anyway, what I'm saying is that it is not as simple as you make it sound for everyone who has depression, because it is a shameful cycle to understand that you are broken. You cannot stop these things. And no matter what you do, no matter how many times I tried to be happy, no matter how many barriers I pushed, no matter how many times I tried to cross the line of what I thought I could do or couldn't do, every single time I was pulled right back. There's no control over it. Now, I already explained why I avoided the medication, because even though I had an understanding that this was potentially something inherited and something genetic or whatever,
right,
I wanted to believe that I could beat it. I wanted to believe that I could beat it on my own 2 feet, without any medication, without any help, because I wanted to be stronger for it and not give in.
Good shit.
To it.
You
and
pushed.
that was, and hold on. Okay, I know I'm babbling, but I'm just going to get this out and I'll be done. That was my white whale. That was my city of gold, to get to the point where I had a handle on myself all by my lonesome.
Good shit.
And I hit a wall about 3 or 4 years ago. I gave in and I lucked out. I mean, and I've heard horror stories of people experimenting with this medication or that medication or this dosage or that, and just having ridiculous side effects from that. I lucked out. I'm very fortunate. I still struggle with this stuff every day, because even though the volume has been turned down, I still feel it on the periphery. I don't know how long this medication is going to last in having its effect. I might build up a tolerance. I could go back to square one tomorrow for all I know, but I'm going to be dealing with this my entire life. Right. That notion alone tempers a lot of things that happen in life, and a lot of things in my outlook on a lot of things. I'm much better now than I was years ago. I don't know that I'd be doing this right now if I was years ago myself, but it is not just as simple as I'm going to stand up today and just change everything and I got to get over this. I did that every day for 16 years and it didn't do a goddamn bit of difference.
My point is pushing through.
Yep. And I understand that, but I am going to end this.
Can I just say one last thing that's not all doom and gloomy?
Sure.
Okay, here's the thing. If you're depressed or you're going through like some other, like bipolar, anxiety, that kind of thing, I think it's important that that the answer is not going to be anywhere near the same for different people, but there's an answer. And even if you have to go on medication, even if you have to be a guinea pig, I went through so many medications before I found the right one. Don't be afraid of it. Like, just make sure that when you do it, you pay attention to the side effects. Like, if you immediately get worse and you immediately start feeling more depressed, pay attention, immediately get back to your doctor. You can do it. You can get through it. Just find a way to do it. And it's worth it when you come out, because there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I promise. You just have to get there.
Well said.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. This is something fuck it, I'll share it with you guys. One of the things when I go see my doctor every time, I have to fill out a little form, and one of the things it asks on that form is, have you thought about suicide? And I have to check yes. Because this is hell. It really is.
Yeah.
And pushing through it is, not as easy as it sounds, but
It's not.
this last time at the doctor, even though I had to check that box, I was talking with my wife afterwards, and things have improved so much. And just realizing that trying the different medicines and being honest with the doctor is what made her get so aggressive with my treatment. And that's what helped me. So don't lie to your doctors either, guys.
No.
But I am ending this. This is a hot topic that is
Can I
upsetting
quantify?
people.
Can I quantify?
Nope, because I'm ending it.
Okay.
He's taking charge, guys.
You have a
He's the
channel.
Dom.
You have a channel.
Lord of
Do it on
Pain.
yours. But I do want to say it's okay to have people disagree, guys. And I know it's a sensitive topic, but try not to get so mad about it. I understand. Understand he has a different opinion. And it's because of that.
Sorry.
I will mute you.
Sorry.
I will kick you. I'm not above that.
No, mute me.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna start chat time early, guys. If you have any questions about whether or not we've had sex with animals, had gerbils bite us from the inside or not, now's your time to ask.
Oh,
Questions,
hey,
comments, concerns.
guys, Colleen Bernier
Yes.
just pointed out something to me.
What's that?
We have been duped.
How's that?
So the snake sex article,
Oh, don't tell me it's fake.
it's fake.
Oh,
This comes from, okay, so the disclaimer is at the very bottom of the page. I should have understood that by the name of the site, but they don't put it at the top of the page, so it's a little. This comes from the World News Daily Report. So whenever you see that, think of Weekly World News.
oh,
Here's the disclaimer: all characters appearing in this article, in the articles in this website, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional. So this did not happen, guys. We have been had. Staff reporter Colleen Bernier, thank you for pointing out what isn't real, still grossed us out. Even we experienced internet pioneers can be taken in by a entertaining, disgusting article.
You know what though? I gotta say this still stands as the worst article ever because the Star Wars one wasn't real either.
No, that's true too. That is also true.
Let's be real. That was a bunch of bullshit.
That was true. That's also true. Yeah.
But yes, we got. Backscan 3030 says, can we get a section of the stream devoted to watching SDA's cam while you read stories like Snake Fucker? Well, here's the problem with that. We don't generally read the stories ahead of time.
Yeah.
So if we see a particularly asinine headline, I mean, we can try.
Yeah. It's always going to be reactive, not proactive.
Sanguine, thank you. Come on, real animal fucking next time.
I'll do my best.
You heard him, guys. We need animal fucking in MSS News.
Honestly, whoever wrote that, the best part was he talked me into a three-way with his German show.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Now, credit where credit is due, even if it's fake. That was entertaining as hell.
That added some realism to it.
Yeah. Because you could actually, and here's the dumb thing. It was a Poe in the sense that we could all imagine that being something that actually happened.
Yeah, well, there have been really fucked up stories before.
Yeah.
How does it feel knowing you correct your mistakes faster than CNN?
or TYT, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
or
man,
J.K. Rowling.
Oh God, Oh yeah, go ahead.
She's getting all that shit for the tweet about Trump not paying attention to the handicap boy.
Oh yeah, not shaking the kid's hand. Yeah, no. Whenever I listen back to a video of mine and I spot a mistake, or like the person said the thing that I criticized them for not saying, or something like that, I always like roll my eyes, immediately go into the description of the video and put a big like note that says I fucked up, and
Yeah,
I hate that. Yeah.
Would you ever consider eating pussy having sex with an animal? No.
No.
SDA, which book you like better, Silver Eyes or The Twisted One? Are these books you guys have done on your...
No, these are the Five Nights at Freddy's books.
Oh.
I'd have to reread the Silver Eyes, but I think probably the Silver Eyes, because I think that the character development in the Silver Eyes was a lot better. than in the Twisted ones. I mean, if you read these books, don't expect it to be like super flourishy writing, because it's not. The writing is really stiff. But if you like Five Nights at Freddy's, you'll probably like the books, but I think I like Silver Eyes better.
Donald the Repentless asks if we remember Hee Haw. Of course I remember Hee Haw.
Oh, yeah. You remember F Troop?
I saw it on reruns on Nick at Night, but yeah.
Yeah.
Your boy Pat, I can't J.K. Rowling, but I love Harry Potter. Me too. I love Harry Potter, but she's an idiot. And Satsu says he did a video on that lying ass bitch. I haven't seen it yet, but I did see the thumbnail. I got on kind of late because I was playing video games. The X Fireball is going to keep asking this, so I'm going to have to answer it. Thoughts on race and the IQ debate? I'm doing a video on it. The short answer is it's a bunch of shit.
That's not shit. What?
It is shit.
Okay.
It's absolutely shit, and I can prove it. Here, I'll go ahead and give you a preview.
Oh, boy.
If you watch Rage's video, she brings up the average of blacks, how low it is. Well, then you go and point out things like, okay, well, what about Dr. Ben Carson? And there was, oh, no, we're talking about the average. Okay, so if you're looking at the average, that means some people are above it and some people are below it. The argument is that blacks can't understand complex issues because they don't have a high enough IQ. Well, if some of them are well above, hang on, if some of them are well above that 80% or that 80 IQ score, then they could understand it. If IQ score is what determines the ability to do so. So the idea that blacks inherently can't do that is fucking wrong.
But is the argument about blacks, or is it just about third world subsets?
It's about blacks.
Oh, okay. I'm not really versed in the subject, so I can't really speak.
Oh, no. Yeah, it is. It's about blacks because even blacks in America have lower than whites. Yeah. Don't.
Adam R. asked SDA, what's it like to write such a high amount of words? In case you guys don't know, I'm like well above, I'm almost to 80,000 words now. It's a lot of fucking words, and it feels pretty good. I'm so excited. I'm like, literally in the next 2 days, my manuscript's going to be done, and I'm just like, so cool.
Oh, cool.
So,
Zena says, I'm sorry, Monkey, but Ben Carson wasn't a good example.
He's a neurosurgeon.
Fucking brain surgeon.
Yeah.
You might disagree with his politics, and yes, he does say some dumb things now and then, but he's not a dumb man.
You can be ideological driven, but you can also be
Yes.
smart. There's no real separation between the two.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. Is Connecticut really pretty in the fall, SDA?
go fuck yourself.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
She claims she's from Georgia. I am convinced she's from Connecticut
Why?
because she doesn't know Southern things.
Oh,
The girl's a Northern white girl.
No,
I've heard SDA is coming to Pennsylvania pretty soon. I mean, I'm not 100%.
The X Fireball asks, what games would you recommend for a console peasant like myself? Do you mean computer games? Because I don't really play consoles.
Yeah.
The only console games I play are Pokemon.
Really? You play Pokemon?
I love Pokemon, dude. Judge me all you want. I fucking love that shit.
I can recommend PlayerUnknown's Battleground for PC if that counts.
Yeah, I'm when he answers, let us know if you're talking console, which I can't help with, or PC. Have you ever heard of Mumkey Jones, YouTube's leading expert on Elliot Rodger? No.
Never heard of it.
I don't know if that's something you want to have on your job resume. You know, just like, I'm an expert on. Jesus.
Backscan asked, didn't talking about Rage, didn't she only say that about a certain group? I think she said it was the Zulus. She was talking about all sub-Saharan Africans.
Well,
What she said about the Zulus was that the Zulu dictionary only has like 150 pages or 250 pages. Zulu to English dictionary, sorry.
She was talking about West African, I believe, like the diamond mine people.
What is your take on if a work is completely separate from its maker and author's views don't matter unless directly expressed in their work itself? I think it's really hard to keep your own bias out of a work, but that it doesn't necessarily make the work bad. If you read Harry Potter, there's a lot of social justice shit in there. But this is something you really don't get from the movie. So if you haven't read the books, this might be a little confusing to you. Dobby is a great character, and the house elves are great characters because they're essentially slaves, and they can be turned free if their master gives them something. Harry tricks I forget his name, Malfoy's dad into
Lucius,
thank you, giving Dobby a sock, which sets him free, but he's still basically just Harry's little bitch for the rest of the thing. And the house elves don't want to be set free, and she doesn't shy away from that. It's actually a really sad part of the book, but she's pushing SJW stuff absolutely through the books, but she does it in a very good way where it's not beating you to death with it. So
Never watched it.
I will say, like, in a lot of, I know this because I've been reading so much again with the book club with Bay stuff, and in most female-led books, there's always a "I am woman, hear me roar" part of it, where it's like, I'm a woman and stuff, and also this one guy is a douche. And I distinctly don't have anything like that in my books. Like, I don't have any "I'm a woman, hear me roar" moment, because it's not like my thing, which wouldn't stand out if every other like female-led novel didn't have it. So even though like it's not a political work, my mindset in that regard leaks into my characters, I guess.
Why do you have 26 dislikes? What's going on here?
Oh, some group I'm pissed off has been doing this lately.
Who's that?
I'm not sure. It happened after the Sargon thing,
right?
So. What's that?
They did it to me too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it started after the Sargon thing, so I'm assuming it's his little fanboys.
Fair enough.
I have two questions about Pokemon. Somebody asked what my favorite type is, fire, and somebody asked, what am I, 12? No, I'm fucking awesome. That's why I play Pokemon. Zenith brings up a good point about Hermione. Hermione was more "I am woman, hear me roar" in the movies than she was in the books. She was actually very self-conscious in the books, and she often made mistakes, which she gets painted sometimes as this heroine of books. She fucked things up as much as Harry and Ron did. They often accidentally figured shit out properly.
Like Mara brought this up, just a specific example. So in the Mercy Thompson series, there's this one of the werewolves named Ben. He's British, and he came over to the US because there were rapes in his area, and they stopped when he left. And you find out in like book 3 that the reason why they stopped is because Ben killed the rapist. And Ben literally does nothing misogynistic in the books. I mean, like, he swears, that's it. But he's literally like the nicest guy and runs into a fucking burning building to save the main character. But every goddamn introduction to Ben is literally, Ben's a misogynist, but we're working on it. And it's like, then make him a fucking misogynist or shut the fuck up. Because I'm really upset with you slandering Ben every time he shows up. I'm not okay with it. Sorry. It's just bullshit. Poor Ben.
Poor Ben.
Crazy opinion. Thank you so much. At work, just came by to say hi, sharing some good news. Got a promotion at work. Congratulations.
Hey!
Woo! Congratulations.
I wish there was I got a raise at work song or a promotion at work song. I'd sing it for you. Who has Ben?
Challenge
No clue.
accepted.
FD Swayze asked who has Ben. I have no idea.
Well, he's a victim in all this. That's what he is. I'm not kidding. Like, he's one of the most important characters, and he's literally like saves everybody's ass constantly. But every introduction and every new book is, oh, Ben's a misogynist. I'm like, he saved your cat, you dumb fuck.
How far can an African swallow carry a coconut? I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Is there some
Something
sort of
there.
horridly racist punchline to that? Because if so, please tell me.
The X Fireball asked, should I get an optical drive for my PC? They're
an
like 15
optical
bucks.
drive?
So that's your CD-ROM, DVD-ROM.
Oh, why do you even need one anymore?
I like them for installing older games that I have.
Fair
I
enough.
like them for burning CDs for the car because I'm still a CD in the car kind of person.
No USB cable in your car?
I do.
Oh.
I have all the stuff to use that, but I'm a CD person. I put a CD in and let it play.
Old school.
Don't judge me, bitch.
I like it. I like it. Old school. I like it.
I'm old school, yeah. There's no reason not to get an optical drive, especially Jesus Christ, trip over my own words. Especially if you want to go Blu-ray, they're really not that expensive. It's not going to pull much power. There's no, unless you're like Gutenberg and absolutely don't need it.
No.
Which a lot of people today don't. If you're just going to download games, which is how most of, what was it? Andromeda didn't even come with a disc. It came with a code for Steam.
The download link. Yeah.
Or not Steam, Origin.
Yeah, it just comes with a download link.
Yeah. So it's not a necessity, but I like it.
Fair enough.
Random Cam, do any of you emulate? On my phone, I do. I emulate. I have an emulator for Game Boy, so I can play.
I
Pokemon
emulate
on the
Monkey all the time, but nothing happens.
Yeah.
You do an excellent impression of me. I just want to bring that up again.
Wait. What games does Scribbles play? What does Scribbles do?
Right now, it's mostly just Skyrim.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm just no. Let's see. I like role playing games, like Knights of the Old Republic, Vampire Bloodlines. What else? Max Payne. I'm a big Max Payne fan. I wrote fanfic for Max Payne back in the day. That's how much of a Max Payne fan I was.
You seem like an old school Age of Empires guy.
I never got an Age of Empires
Really?
specifically. No, like Warcraft 2, 3, StarCraft, the Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. Anything Star Wars based, mainly I got into. Some of it sucked. Some of it was better than others. God, what else? Yeah, I was mostly that kind of stuff. Oh, whoa! Thank you,
Thank
Johnny
you, Johnny Bravo.
Wow.
You guys dabble in any MMOs? I played World of Warcraft for about almost a decade, and that's the only one I ever really played.
So sorry.
I played Knights, the Old Republic for about a year. Then I took about almost a year break, and then I started up again and ended up becoming leader of a guild for oh god, about another year. And then the content just stopped being interesting, and I stopped playing. About around the time that I started doing YouTube is after I gave up doing MMOs because I need a new hobby.
You guys should try PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and come hop in with some of the other streamers. It's fun.
Right when I got my PS4, I played Final Fantasy 14 with my best friend. He bought me Final Fantasy 14. So, and it's been a while.
If you could be any plant, which would you be?
Vicus.
I would be weed because I want to make people happy.
Oh.
Desalinization.
What?
A desalinization plant. Wah, wah, wah.
God, that was
You can't
so
see it, but I'm
over my
shaking
head.
head.
That was so over my head for like a minute.
Sorry.
Nope said SDAU me mayo spoonful $50. Yes, no, $2.50. If I'm gonna do that, you don't understand. Like, I needed mustard today, and somebody had to come get it for me because it was being held hostage behind 2 things of mayo, and I was like, nope.
Spicy brown mustard.
No,
Are you
I've
afraid
never.
it's gonna hurt you?
Great.
Yeah, no. See, like I don't know what's gonna happen when I touch it, but I don't want to touch it. And
Somebody,
okay.
we need Mayo fanfic where it comes together.
No.
Oh yeah.
I love
Okay.
mayo.
Artists,
mayo.
artists in the chat, we need a jar of mayo chasing SDA, like a little
Yes.
a little chibi version of SDA, like with her eyes all squinted up and she's running away, like crying, little tears coming out of either side while a big can of mayo's chasing her.
I love mayonnaise. That's bullshit.
Well, okay, like the other thing about mustard too is that when I was like a little kid, all of my extended family and my parents described spicy brown mustard as adult mustard and yellow mustard as kid mustard, and they
Pretty
told
much.
us that we couldn't touch
Whoa.
spicy brown mustard until we turned 18. And even when I was like 13, people were like, you can have it. I was like, I can't. Like, it was just in me. I was like, I'm not allowed to have spicy brown mustards until I turn 18. So that's what I did on my 18th birthday was I tried spicy brown mustard.
Spicy brown mustard
are
on
an
a
animal.
jalapeno hot dogs are amazing.
Johnny Bravo, thank you again. Add me, bros. I have max characters in FF14, WoW, Star Wars: The Old Republic, ESO, and Guild Wars 2. I'm an addict. I don't actually play anymore. I haven't played probably in more than a year.
Hey Johnny, is ESO worth the money at this stage of the game? I'm curious because I'm becoming a Skyrim addict, and I was looking at Elder Scrolls Online, but I was still kind of like, it's not subscription all the same. Is it worth the time?
Scribbles, is Skyrim multiplayer? Like it?
No,
what is it?
it's a total single player open world RPG.
Ah.
There are limitations to it because Total Biscuit described it very effectively as it's as wide as an ocean and as deep as a puddle. You can do anything, but there's not a lot of character development, interaction stuff going on there. That requires a lot of imagination, but it's so modifiable and so immersive otherwise that it just becomes addicting.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Guys, I know I've missed a lot of questions. I apologize for that. If you'd ask them again, I appreciate it. Sorry. Thank you again, Johnny Bravo. It's only getting better with every update. I'm actually playing right now.
Okay.
Ah.
I'll take a look at it. I'm thinking about buying the gold edition so I don't have to get all the other DLCs separately or anything.
Johnny Bravo is an animal right now. Look at all these donations. Holy shit.
Yeah, you should see him. Yeah. Johnny is Johnny's wonderful.
Look at him.
Very
Beautiful human being.
X Fireball asks if I mod GTA. I don't generally mod games. I play through them once and then I'm pretty much done with them unless I get bored later.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of mods either.
Emperor Vulcan says, do you think with the indie game scene that big game companies are going to become irrelevant at some point? Depends on the company, because I mean, like AAA releases lately, I'm more wary of those than I am the minor ones, because you look at things like the Assassin's Creed series or Andromeda and all these other things. Like these giant AAA companies release these deals and they're all buggy, they're all bad or flawed in some way, shape, or form. I don't think the indie scene is going to overtake AAA anytime soon, but I'm glad they're there because at least they sort of challenge AAA in some areas to do better, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, Bluehole, which produces the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, they're kind of indie. They're underground.
Are you sponsored by these guys?
No, I know it seems that way, but it's such a good game.
If
but
you like,
I cannot shut up about it.
If you like shooters at all, just go check out some of the gameplay of this game. It is fucking awesome.
All right.
It is amazing.
And I haven't even played it, so.
But why it's amazing is because it does not require. It's not so much about aim or shooting or just like the Call of Duty regular blah blah blah. It's strategy and thinking about your position, where your players are going to be. It's almost like a it's almost like a strategy game more so than a shooter. That's why I enjoy it. It's outthinking your opponent.
As to the question about whether indie will have any major impact on major game studios, there's one giant problem they have is that they can't generally produce for more than one system at a time. It's either going to be Xbox, it's going to be for one platform, where somebody like EA can release Call of Duty for everything at once.
Yeah.
And the real money is in consoles.
Yeah, but
It's true. It's always been the case. The real money is consoles, computer games. Generally, you don't see the kind of sales that you see on a.
yeah,
console.
correct. But PC master race, so I got to represent.
I love PC. I'm mostly a PC player.
I'm a girl, so I console.
SDA
Yeah.
babies. I'm sorry.
What? Babies?
No. Go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry. I'm drinking. All right.
Yeah,
Just
no,
go.
I hear it.
Go.
Somebody asked
would
if
you
we'd
rather,
rather
would you
live-
rather have a hovercraft or a boat car? Says
What's a
Sean.
boat car? How do you define boat car? Because
Boat car is a car. It's a boat with wheels on it. It's like an aqua.
hovercraft. Duh.
No. Hovercraft and aqua car are two different things.
I know,
Okay.
but I want a hovery thingy. I don't want a gross ass boat car.
I'd rather a boat car because I just think they're neater.
I want a James Bond like transformable submersible.
I gotta ask Scribe, what do you think about the new Alien?
Let's do the super chat real quick.
Yeah, thank you. Cryptic, thank you so much.
Sorry.
Civilization games are fun. You will always chuckle when Gandhi nukes you. Yeah.
I like the
I love
Civilization
Civ games.
games.
Civ games are great.
I haven't seen the new Alien actually. I didn't bother to go see it because I wasn't that impressed with Prometheus. So I was kind of like, eh. But we've had this conversation before. I think about Prometheus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gutenberg, is it first or third person? Can't you play both?
Yeah, you can toggle in the first person if you'd like to for battlegrounds and all that. Have you guys talked about the new Aliens and how good it was?
We haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Are you fucking kidding me? The new Alien?
I don't
Covenant?
generally talk about how good things are that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, no,
It's one of my rules I live by.
fair enough. Someone asked me in the chat. Let me back up here. I'm drinking a little bit, but they said the third person PC master race might do, and I agree. It was more of a statement than a question, but I agree.
Naturium asks, why do you think that people still buy games from EA and Ubisoft, even though they are almost always shoddy, broken messes?
Because I like Assassin's Creed.
Because the truth of the matter is they're usually not that broken.
No, they're highly tested.
There's issues at launch with a lot of games, and it has gotten worse. But both EA and Ubi get a lot of shit that they don't quite deserve. Even the most minor thing, and this is coming from somebody who used to play Warcraft, where every goddamn time there was a patch or an update, somebody would find one fucking flaw, and it was the end of the world. Or if you were around for the launch of Diablo 3, holy
God.
Oh, I remember that. I do remember that.
No, this is also why these are all reasons why even if there's a AAA game for PC or whatever that I would like to play, I never buy AAA opening day. I never do. It's always a month, a year later or something. Like I waited 3 years to buy Max Payne 3 when it was on sale on Steam for like $4 because I was like, I want to play it, but because here's the rule I always go by: if it's a good game, it'll be good a year from now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with Diablo 3, the launch was horrible, and I actually did have it on opening day, but only because I got it free from Blizzard.
Oh, okay, cool. How'd you do that?
Blizzard had a thing where if you agreed to pay for WoW for a year, you got Diablo free.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and so it didn't cost me anything. The first couple of days were horrible. They absolutely were. The servers just kept crashing. But it was like less than a week before they were mostly playable. And then people just got pissed off, which it was really funny. If you played Diablo 2, you were used to getting a lot of garbage, just shit items all the time.
Yeah.
And people got mad because the items they were finding weren't upgrades all the time. Like, no shit, that's the appeal of Diablo, is playing it over and over and over, trying to find that sweet loot.
Right.
Thank you,
Oh
Shamli.
yeah, no, right.
You never played Diablo.
Yeah, right.
Thank you,
like,
Shamli. I appreciate you all answering my question. Here's another one for everyone. If you had a chance to hit anyone in history, who would it be?
To hit anyone?
Like
Hitler's
Punch?
mother.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe. I'd hit that.
Wait, do we mean Smash or?
I
No,
think she means
he meant
punch.
punch.
Um,
Scribes being a jackass.
I don't know any other way.
I learned from watching you.
I can't think of anybody.
There's nobody you'd hit in history.
No, I mean, not really.
Punch?
I'm kind of with Goot. Like, I don't know. I don't feel that strongly about any historical figure.
I don't either.
What?
Well, no, a point that actually got brought up, and this is, okay, you know, I'm not going to say this. I don't want to say it.
Okay.
Please DM it to me.
Yeah, I will, because you'll find it, I know you'll actually find it interesting.
Probably. I don't think.
Yeah, I'd hit Karl Marx too. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
take it back, Karl Marx.
Yeah, Karl Marx or Stalin.
Lady Monkey said the person who taught Trump how to hit or use Twitter.
Oh, I know exactly who I'd punch.
Oh.
The guy who flunked Hitler out of art school.
There you go.
Well played.
Oh, I saw, like, one of my favorite Hitler memes is, like, a picture of Hitler and then a couple of other people, including Stalin, with all their death tolls. And it's like, when you do the least amount of work on a group project but get all the credit.
Yes. Somebody asked if our gamers spoiled. Yeah, they really are.
And when you get on a train naked and you can't get out of your game sense, yeah, exactly.
No, they prove their worth though. They function in society. Like I believe.
No, I mean it as in what they expect from games.
Oh yeah. I agree with that.
It depends. I mean, you know, you get a sophisticated audience for anything, and their standards are going to raise up. They're going to want something that's better than the last thing and everything else. It goes for think of any product that becomes popular, and you're going to have that happen.
Well,
Sure,
I
sure,
think
but
about it in capitalist ways, like they're providing a service or a product that people really enjoy. So to me, it's just whatever it is. If people want to consume it, that's who they are. And that's what they want.
well, here's what I mean by it. Like, a AAA title is announced, and these are the things we want to do in this game. And by the time it releases, maybe half of that stuff is gone. And it's known before it releases. These guys put out, you know, water cooler things all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes out and there's one tiny fucking thing missing, like fucking weather. Who gives a fuck about weather? And then they will throw a massive shit fit, go talk all kinds of crap about it everywhere, because this one thing that they were told months ago isn't going to be in the game isn't in the goddamn game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're spoiled. And I come from a time also where you had to make your game work a lot.
Yeah, that's true too.
Right.
God, I remember going in and have to, like, this is old school, like having to mess around with registry keys and everything else to make shit happen.
Yeah.
Man,
Or configuring your own fucking your own settings in the actual MS config.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You had
Open
to
up the
go in
config file.
Yep, you had to open up the config file and literally rewrite your own fucking code for the game.
Keegan Cook says, when Scribelight, when are you getting the group hooked on that sweet Vampire the Masquerade, also Giovanni for Unlife? You know, there are so many like tools now to be able to run role-playing games online. It's just at this stage of the game, it's just a matter of not having the time. I'm in between a full-time job and this, which is, you know, my nightly sort of job. The idea of trying to run a long-term or even a slightly extended tabletop game with a group of people online just doesn't even occur to me.
Tatsu says, wait, sorry. Tatsu says they don't have to config their games; they're spoiled.
Yeah.
Wait, this is very much you brought it up before. The Louis C.K. when he's talking about the guy on the cell phone, on the airplane.
Yep.
Yeah, just because what you have today is a lot more streamlined, and it could be better, doesn't mean it didn't used to be a lot worse, and that you shouldn't be thankful for what it is.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Scribe. When I imagine you, I picture like an Egon Spangler type dude just hovering over like a table of beakers and all kinds of weird instruments. Like,
no, you're
Yeah, that's about what he. Yeah, no, you're basic. Yeah.
No, you're off the mark on the beakers and things. Visually speaking, I don't quite have that much hair on my head, but I suppose Egon is as close as you're going to get. But aren't we at the top of the hour?
We are at the top of the
Ooh.
hour. Chat, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming out every day. Thanks for hanging with us for 2 hours every fucking night. You guys are amazing.
Savages. They're
Yeah.
savages.
Fucking awesome.
Awesome.
SDA Scribe, a pleasure as always. Gutenberg, thank you for behaving yourself for the most part.
I tried. I really tried my hardest.
I'm proud of you. I thought you were going to lose it there. You did.
I did a little bit.
We brought you down.
Brought me down.
Guys, your life makes me sad. We'll see you next time.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye.